Fear will shift your atmosphere. You feel it, don't you? Something in the atmosphere has changed. The air is thicker, the silence louder. The hours have grown heavier without explanation, like time itself is trying to hold its breath. And now you're standing at the edge of something too sacred for words and too real to ignore. Archangel Michael is calling, and he's not asking for days or hours. He's asking for 2 minutes. Just 2, because something has been released. A sealed miracle. Your miracle has just been approved, and heaven cannot afford your delay. This is not for everyone, Michael whispers through the veil. This is for the one who still believes. The one who nearly gave up but didn't. The one whose name has been written on a scroll of unexpected favor. You weren't meant to find this message by accident. This encounter is not digital. It's divine. Right now, in the quietest corners of the heavens, a door is creaking open, a door that's remained shut for generations. It wasn't just locked. It was hidden, shielded, guarded, until now. And your name is carved on the other side. This is the moment that changes moments. Not loudly, not with fireworks, but in the kind of stillness that causes even angels to hold their breath. You've been sensing it already, haven't you? Random chills crawling down your spine. Your heart racing at night for no reason. Dreams you can't explain. Flickers of warmth in your chest. Words that haunt you. Numbers repeating. Faces from the past flashing through your memory like divine clues. None of that was coincidence. It was preparation. Because what's coming is too big to arrive without warning. Michael says the miracle is alive. Conscious. It knows where to go. And it has chosen you. If you're reading this right now, heaven has already begun its descent. But don't share this. Not yet. Not with anyone. Why? Because this miracle, your miracle, must remain untouched by doubt, gossip, and disbelief. If contaminated, it could wither. If protected, it will explode with glory. Shut the door, Michael says. Guard the silence. For the miracle has ears, and it listens for faith. This moment was delayed, yes, but not denied. For years it waited, watching you. And heaven waited too, until the world around you was finally ready to handle your breakthrough. There were people whose hearts weren't prepared to see you rise. People who would have poisoned the blessing before it bloomed. So it paused. And while it paused, you were strengthened. But now, the wait is over. And the countdown has begun. Somewhere, even now, a person is holding something with your name in their hand. A document, a message, a breakthrough moment. They feel an urge, a sudden pressure to act. A pull they can't explain. They may not even believe in angels, but they'll obey what they can't ignore. And when they do, the miracle takes form. Do you feel the shift in the air? It's not imagination. It's visitation. Your surroundings may seem still, but the spirit realm is roaring. Heaven is moving furniture, rearranging atmospheres, rewriting timelines. You're not just being blessed, you're being rebuilt. And Archangel Michael is standing guard. Don't panic, he says. That feeling in your stomach isn't fear. It's alignment. The miracle approaching you has never been seen in your family line. It is rare, raw, uncommon. It's not the kind of thing people can fabricate. It can't be copied. It can't be earned. It can only be bestowed. And now, it's being delivered. You'll know it's near when strange peace fills the air. When the birds sound louder. When your body starts to feel both heavy and light at once. When you get the urge to pause for no reason. When someone calls, and your heart already knows what they'll say before they speak. That's when the delivery is happening. And once it enters your atmosphere, nothing around you will ever be the same. The second minute begins now. Something invisible just entered your room. You can't see it, but your soul knows. The energy just shifted. It's subtle, like the flicker of a candle in a windless room. But it carries the weight of centuries, of sacred plans finally waking up, of a divine timeline no longer sleeping. Because the miracle has crossed the threshold. Don't speak about it, Michael warns. Not everyone deserves to hear what heaven entrusted to you. There's a reason this miracle was hidden. If revealed too soon, it would have been trampled by doubt. If released too loudly, it would have been torn by envy. If shown to the wrong eyes, it would have been cursed into confusion. But now it's safe, because now you're ready. You're not crazy for what you've been sensing. The sleepless nights, the spiritual pressure, the urge to cry for no reason. The sudden memory of someone you haven't seen in years. The way the world around you began to feel both unfamiliar and familiar at once. All of that, it wasn't anxiety. It was the vibration of the supernatural getting closer. You were chosen, before this day ever arrived, before this lifetime ever began. This miracle is not random. It carries intention, direction, and a memory of your prayers. Someone you thought had moved on never truly did. They've been watching, waiting, listening to dreams they couldn't explain. And now, their soul is too restless to ignore you any longer. They will come, with truth, with urgency, with a trembling voice and eyes full of tears, because heaven has now released the pressure. And that pressure is now pushing your miracle into motion. Michael says, you may hear a knock tonight, not with your ears, but in your spirit. Answer it. Don't run. You've done your part. You survived every moment designed to break you. You kept believing, even when your faith was bruised. You kept walking, even when the light was gone. Now, the miracle is walking to you. It may arrive as a message, a random notification, a phone number you haven't seen in months, a name you deleted long ago, suddenly reappearing, a voice saying exactly what you've been praying for in silence. Don't brush it off. This is not emotion. It's fulfillment. Do not underestimate this moment. It's not just a miracle. It's your divine reversal. The enemy thought you would be broken by now. They thought their curses worked. They thought their gossip buried your name. But they forgot something. Heaven doesn't forget the faithful. And Michael has been watching, shielding, guarding, writing your name in places you didn't even know existed. This is your harvest hour. The years that stole from you are about to bow. The season that mocked you is about to be silenced. The people who forgot you are about to remember what heaven never erased. Michael says, you're not late. You're not forgotten. You're being positioned. Even now, your miracle is moving. A signature is being written. A door is unlocking. A person is packing. A heart is breaking open. And the light they saw in your spirit has become impossible to ignore. The pain you endured, it made you magnetic to this blessing. And when it arrives, the atmosphere will testify. Your room will feel different. The air will grow still. Your heart will pound without fear. And something in your soul will whisper, this is it. Don't speak. Just receive. Don't question. Just open. Don't delay. Just align. You've waited long. But the wait did something holy inside of you. It made you deeper, stronger, wiser, worthy. And now, heaven agrees. The scroll has been unsealed. The miracle has found its address. And it carries your name. You didn't imagine it. The strange quiet, the flickering lights, the whispers behind your breath, the way the air shifted without warning. Something moved because heaven just breathed your name aloud. Michael speaks softly now, but the power behind his voice shakes everything unseen. You were counted out, but heaven never subtracted you. You were overlooked, but heaven never missed you. You were delayed, but never denied. And now, something ancient has reached its climax. A prophecy long stored in silence is about to erupt into your timeline. Your miracle has a pulse. It's alive. It knows where you are. It's passed through storms, sabotage, and seasons of sorrow, but still on time. Because heaven doesn't use your clock. It uses your obedience. And your obedience just unlocked something others only dream about. Right now, someone is being stirred awake. They don't know why they can't stop thinking about you. They don't know why your name keeps showing up in their mind. They don't know why, after all this time, the memory of you burns like fire in their chest. But Michael does, because he wrote your name in their dreams. Someone powerful is moving in your direction, not because of coincidence, because of alignment. They thought they forgot you, but heaven interrupted their forgetting. Now they can't shake you, can't ignore the voice saying, go back, can't silence the knowing that says, there's something unfinished. They're coming. Not just with emotion, but with a key. You thought the door was closed forever, Michael whispers. But I left the key with someone, and now they're holding it. This isn't just restoration. It's divine revelation. You're about to see why the delay happened, why the waiting hurt, why the silence was so loud, why the goodbye had to come before the return. Because the return isn't the same person. And you're not the same either. You've been rebuilt. Your soul has been remodeled in pain. Your heart has been carved out by storms. Your silence was filled with sacred instructions. And now your spirit is ready to recognize the holy when it enters. You don't need to chase this. It's coming to you. Because heaven has authorized the release. Expect trembling hands. When the miracle arrives, it may not come in strength. It may come in vulnerability. A confession. A message. A voice quivering with apology and awe. They may not have all the right words, but they'll have the right spirit. And that's what matters. Michael says, don't be fooled by appearances. The packaging may look small, but the power inside is enormous. You'll recognize it, not with your eyes, but with your spirit. Even now, signs are multiplying. The chills down your spine, they're not just nerves. They're confirmations. That number you keep seeing, it's a countdown. That song that randomly played, it's a message. The stranger who smiled at you today, they carried energy of angelic affirmation. Nothing is random anymore, because the spiritual realm is fully awake and working, and you're the center of the shift. Tonight will not end like other nights. Don't expect loudness. Expect depth. Don't expect a show. Expect truth, because this isn't entertainment. This is a heavenly transaction. Something priceless is being handed over. Something you lost is being returned. Something you forgot is being remembered. Something you feared would never happen is knocking softly at your spirit. Michael says, don't doubt now. You're standing on the border of breakthrough. One wrong thought could delay what's about to touch your life. So stay in alignment. Stay open. Stay ready. You're not waiting anymore. Now, your miracle is waiting for you to say yes. In the moment you do, the earth will shift. The air will pulse, and you will no longer be able to deny. Heaven showed up, and everything changed. There's a door. It's not made of wood or stone. It's made of obedience, alignment, and timing. And that door has just cracked open. Only one name was engraved on it. Yours. Michael says, you asked why it took so long. Why others walked into blessings while you stood outside. Why the pain didn't end when you begged God to make it stop. Now here's your answer. Heaven wasn't punishing you. Heaven was preparing you. Preparation feels like abandonment when you don't know you're being refined for greatness. You weren't left behind. You were being positioned. Because what's coming isn't just a gift. It's a spiritual responsibility. What you're about to carry can't be handed to just anyone. It must be placed in consecrated hands, and now yours are ready. You've been purified by fire, and only fire-forged vessels can carry holy oil. You lost some people in the process. They couldn't go where you're headed. You cried in places no one saw, because their exit left your soul echoing. But now you see, their departure was your protection. Heaven was clearing space. So what's arriving now has room to grow. Right now, someone is sitting alone, thinking of you. Not just with curiosity, but with holy awareness. They've had a dream. They've seen your face. They've heard your name in a place they didn't expect. They felt their heart pulled in your direction with no earthly explanation. And now they know you are the one they were shown. Michael says, don't be surprised if their message seems clumsy. Don't dismiss it because it comes wrapped in simplicity. The divine doesn't always arrive in grand gestures. Sometimes it whispers through trembling voices. And this voice is on its way to you. The miracle is in motion, but the devil has noticed. He's scrambling now, sending distractions, old temptations, false attachments. Anything to delay you from recognizing what's about to appear. But Michael stands guard, sword drawn, wings stretched wide over your path. He declares, no interference shall succeed. This time, nothing will block the blessing. Not fear, not doubt, not delay, not even you. Right now, the very atmosphere around you is responding. Look closely. Your world is not behaving the same. Doors that were closed are now creaking open. People who ghosted you are now circling back. Conversations you forgot are resurfacing. Dreams you abandoned are knocking again. Why? Because prophetic order has been restored. There is a moment coming where the space around you will grow silent. Not empty, but pregnant with power. You'll feel something invisible land in your spirit. It will be heavy, but not burdensome. It will press on you, but not crush you. It will whisper to you, but leave an earthquake in its wake. That is the arrival of your assignment. And from this moment on, you will never be the same. Michael says, this miracle will not just change your situation, it will change your identity. You will walk differently. You will speak with new authority. You will discern truth before lies can reach your ears. You will carry peace in chaos because heaven lives in you now. Someone's heart is racing. They've rehearsed what they'll say to you, rewritten it again and again, deleted it, typed it again. But now, they cannot hold it in any longer. They are coming, not just with words, but with confirmation. And when you hear them, something ancient in you will exhale, because deep down, you've known this moment was always coming. Don't panic. This is what you prayed for in your darkest hour, what you whispered when no one listened, what you asked for with tears that no one saw. And now it's knocking. You won't have to chase it. It will find you where you are. Because grace doesn't require perfection, just position. Michael says, you don't need to prove yourself to receive this. You don't need to strive. You just need to believe. And so the final veil is lifting. The blessing isn't coming. It's here. The only question is, will you receive it or will you run? This is the moment. The one you weren't sure would ever come. The one you cried about in secret. The one that almost broke your hope. But it's here now. And heaven didn't come quietly. Michael speaks again. But this time, his voice isn't just a whisper in the wind. It's thunder wrapped in mercy. He says, stand still. The ground beneath you is holy now. Your atmosphere has shifted. The waiting is over. You have arrived at your divine intersection. You feel it before you see it. The temperature changes. The room grows still. A presence enters that cannot be explained. And suddenly, that text comes. That knock echoes. That voice you haven't heard in years calls your name. Not just from memory, but from destiny. This is not a coincidence. They were drawn here, compelled, guided by a force greater than themselves. Because your miracle was not just assigned, it was anointed. They speak with trembling lips. Their hands shake, not out of fear, but because the truth they're carrying is too sacred to hold. They confess what they've hidden. They reveal what they were shown. They tell you, I tried to forget you, but God wouldn't let me. I saw you in dreams. I felt you in prayers. I heard your name in places I never spoke it. I don't understand everything, but I know this. You are the one I was meant to find. And you're frozen, because their words match your prayers, word for word. Michael says, do not interrupt. Let them speak. Let them pour out what heaven placed inside them. This isn't just reconciliation, it's resurrection. Because what died in your heart is rising again. The miracle arrives in layers. First with words, then with touch, then with movement in your reality you can't explain. Doors open without effort. Emails arrive with approvals. Financial shifts begin. Old contracts break. New alignments form. Because what was spiritually activated is now materially manifesting. Michael's wings now cover not just you, but the person who just stepped into your life. They were not just a surprise. They were a prophecy. And now comes the assignment. The miracle wasn't sent just to bless you. It was sent to awaken you. This union, this calling, this moment, it will heal others. It will shine light in dark places. It will break chains for generations. Because the blessing that just landed wasn't just for your joy, it was for your mission. Michael says, this is why the delay happened. This is why you had to suffer. Because your story will now become someone else's survival map. Because what you carry is not just beauty, it is blueprint. Now breathe. You're standing in what you used to beg for. But don't collapse. There's more to come. Your house will change. Your circle will shift. Even your voice will carry new authority. People who ignored you will begin to seek your wisdom. Not because you chased status, but because you stayed obedient when it hurt. You didn't bend. You didn't break. You didn't give up. And for that, heaven is honoring you publicly. And now, the final confirmation. You'll hear a song today. and it will feel like it was written for you. You'll see a number repeated, and it will pulse in your chest. You'll get chills that seem to arrive from nowhere. Don't dismiss them. The spiritual has become visible. Your miracle is not pending. It is present. Michael whispers, "It is done." The pages of your life have turned. You no longer live in the before. You're standing in the after. And your after is filled with favor, with restoration, and with clarity. The only thing left is for you to step into it without fear. This is the shift. This is the promise fulfilled. This is the miracle that was always meant to find you. You didn't miss it. You didn't lose it. You didn't ruin it. You just had to wait. Until now. Michael concludes, tell no one. Let it bloom in silence. Let them see the glow before you explain the glory. Because from this day on, the evidence will speak for you, and your life will never be the same again.